Alright, switching over to this real quick, letting Autumn catch on over. We had some internet issues. I guess my aunt was messing around with the fuse box or something, or maybe a fuse got blown, I'm not sure, but the fuse with the internet service on it went kaput. And by the time I got reconnected, well, it was not connected anymore. So we are here, part two. Let people get caught up on that while I put this where it needs to go and get a link. And hopefully Autumn will be back in to chat with us. Because she was just here right before we got the connection issues. No, it was my end. I'm not entirely sure what happened, if it was if my aunt was messing around with the fuse box, or if the fuse got blown or something like that. It was for thankfully not for my room for the power, but it is for the room next door, in the room where my office used to be. So we are back. Your weight is 88 pounds. Yeah, that is really light. Like, I've lost a lot of weight and I'm still over 230 pounds, but I'm like 5'11". Yeah, both kitties are in here. They're chilling. They're taking naps. Oh, one last thing here, and all right. And switching back over. Oh, let me turn my controller back on. We spent so long messing with that, it went to sleep. And switching back over here. So, boom. Wow, they're so focused. Excuse me. I think some of your conversation there got lost in the internet issues there, Autumn, because you showed up and started saying hi, like a couple things, and then I lost internet. So I'm Sleep, the new sea trainee. Yeah, the last I saw was you saying I should have been named my character Sleeper. No, you can't change outfits though. There are a lot of outfits, although the outfits are a lot of times just color palette swaps of the same thing. So like all the swimsuits were the same style. There's different colors of it. Same with you have alternate pajamas and stuff like that. We were messing around with that earlier while I was hoping for you to catch up with us while I was still like in the first 20 minutes or so. I'm Sleep, the new sea trainee. I'll be staying in Rigward for a little while, so I wanted to introduce myself. Uh-huh. How is the game audio for you? Because I feel like I need to adjust certain things to make the voices louder.
Mr. Derek, a new seed trainee's here.
Make the carrot sword.
What's that, Martin?
A new seed trainee is here.
A blue sea train's near where?
Please stay your hand for a moment, sir.
Excuse me. Why didn't you tell me we got a customer.
Oh, I will absolutely eventually make the carrot sword.
Not a customer. Seed's latest recruit.
That was our question of the day, by the way, in case you missed it before that. It was kind of, what do you guys want to see for this playthrough? So, if I remember right, carrot sword is a short sword, so you want me to be a short swords player? My name's Sleep.
Ah, the new kid in town. Granny Yuki told me about you.
Yeah, he's not a stereotypical dwarf either. That man is a giant. Most people wouldn't look at that and go, that's a dwarf. But yes, racially, he is a dwarf in the Rune Factory universe.
Name's Derek. I'm a blacksmith round these parts. Martin here's my apprentice. Must be rough, losing your memory. Wish I could help.
I'm all for playing the short sword style. That's actually my usual preferred style. It is the only style that lets you use the full benefits of the shield. Say, that's it. Martin, show him the forge. Hammer away on the anvil, might knock something loose. Understood. I'll keep it short. Okay. Looks like you're ready. Then let's get started. Smithing allows you to make weapons and farm tools. Of course, you can't make much of anything without metal or any other materials. Normally, you gather ore from dungeons with a hammer. But since you probably don't have any right now, you can use this. You've received some steel. Thank you. It is a fun game. I've already recorded our video for this week, which is the Sandrock version of last week's Porsche video, which is the how like farming and it, and it's much shorter for Sandrock because it's like, yeah, we're still early access, and I'm not going to get into the details of what all the plants are and this, that, and the other, but I'm also not running around and trying to fill empty space. Yeah, Harvestella was. It's not inherently bad, and a lot of the issues that it has, this game has as well. If you were here at the start, you would have caught me in that. There's a lot of these points where it's like a line of dialogue is spoken, you have voice acting for it, and then they'll go through a couple lines where there's no voice acting, and then they'll go back to another couple lines of voiced, and it's just like that is so inconsistent, and it kind of goes back to like the Harvestella's inconsistency. But it becomes less so early on, like early on where you're getting front loaded with all these characters, yeah, but then after that you don't have a whole lot of voice acting until again near the end. But it is a fun game. I love this game. I love the series. And that's what I might do that, once when I get settled in, is watch put something on like some Ruby or something and just rewatch all the volumes and put on like Rune Factory 1 or something like that on my 3DS and play that. I love this series. No need to thank me. Moving on. Why don't you start by making a longsword? Choose the make a weapon option, then select longsword. What should I make? We're gonna make a weapon and make a longsword. And we have one recipe, Claymore. The recipes you can make appear on the left side of the screen. The materials required for each recipe appear in the upper right corner. If you have all the necessary materials, a recipe will have bold letters. If not, then it'll have faded letters. Yeah, they've confirmed that we're getting additional volumes for Ruby. They've greenlit them. Try making a claymore. Make the claymore using that. Yeah. Clear your mind and strike true. That's all you need to do for now. Smack, 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 smack. All right, that should do it. You've received a claymore. Let me see that. Coloring is surprised. You did well for your first try. You may have a talent for this after all. Well, I do have a good teacher. Smithing is such an amazing art. I can hardly believe that I turned a lump of metal into something like this. It's almost like magic. You really think so? Anyway, did you remember anything? What were we talking about again? Pull it together. Don't forget why we're doing this in the first place. If you need a flash of inspiration, you could try eating some bread. What? Bread? Really? Did I stutter? Oh, right, you lost your memories. You learn new recipes by eating recipe bread. Yeah, that's one of the weird things about this game. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat, and suddenly I have a flash of inspiration. Oh, okay, that's news to me. Depending on what you want to make, you can eat weapon bread or farming bread. Although sometimes you won't learn anything at all from eating them. That happens when your forging level or tool-related skill level is too low. So, that's going to be, for example, here, if you have, you can have a 99 forging level, but if you don't have enough fishing skill, you can't make higher level fishing rods, is what he's saying here, basically. And I'm sure we'll see Crow eventually. Um, when they get to Bakuo. In other words, it means you aren't ready to handle something like that yet. I'm still in training myself, so unfortunately there's not much else I can teach you. Sorry about that. Oh, don't worry. I learned a lot. Thanks so much. If you ever want to get serious about forging, then you should get a forging license and your own forge. I will. Use a directive to take the test for a forging license at Rigbark Outpost. As for a forge, you can buy one at Studio Palmo. That's about it. If you don't have any other business here, please leave us to our work. We've wasted enough of my master's time already.
Thank you very much.
Sure thing, thank you. Calling me a waste of time. I don't think I've introduced myself to everyone yet. Yeah, I still have one more person to freaking catch, and that's Julian. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and rewatch the start of this, because we've been watching, Oh, I did that wrong. We did all the tutorial stuff, we're still in the tutorial stuff. I've got to jump into this. No, you cannot skip this. This is unskippable. But you don't want to skip it either. There's a lot going on with this that's, like, really useful. And I'll make a tips video on that here for week after next. So we'll be back to Portia next weekend, and then we'll have a Rune Factory video, and then we'll be back to this that following weekend, and have a Portia video, and then probably a Sandrock video, or we'll figure out my videos. There's Julian. Oh, he's with Hina. Like, this is introducing yourself to all the characters. It's kind of like, think about in Stardew where you have that initial quest where it's like, go introduce yourself to all the villagers. Except this one, they're like, nope, it's part of your tutorial. We're going to lump it all together. Your time doesn't stop, doesn't move, but at the same time, because your time's not moving and you're not using up rune points, you don't develop skills. But that's a great time to do things like cleaning your field and planting all your seeds and so on. I don't mind the crow, either of the Crow's voice actors. I mean, I know why they swapped him out, and I understand it because Vic Mignogna is problematic at times. He also just voices everything damn near. And it's a lot of voices got changed. They got rid of Gray, who was the voice actor originally for Roman. So when we got to his part, like that scene in Volume 9, I'm like, that's not Roman's voice, and I didn't realize that they changed it on purpose because of that. Same thing with Glinda. Her voice has been changed. Peter Port's voice actor's been changed for like the games and stuff like that. That we'll probably see with other stuff going forward. Like these voice actors all had different. The people that were with Rooster Teeth are no longer with Rooster Teeth. So, There's a lot of voices that have been changed like that. Oh, he's with he now.
Jeez.
Nuh-uh, I'm way stronger than you.
No?
You wish. Sounds like an argument. Well, you can't tell with Court and Glinda because we haven't heard their voices yet. Like, they've only changed in the games. But, like, go back and watch Volume 1 and then go watch that episode in Volume 9, and you can see very clearly the voices have been changed for Roman. I'll show you.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Whoa.
Oh no, they're fighting. I better break it up.
Hold it right there.
Hold. Who do you think you are, butting in on a fair fight? Like this. This is an example of the inconsistent voice acting. We voiced part of the line, and then the rest of the line is not voiced.
Lucy?
But they might.
Here goes.
Let's do this. Oh,
Yay.
I win! Everyone loves Xena. She's a fox person, but she has horns. I don't get it.
Ooh.
She's crying? That's why I tried to stop them. What an amazing battle!
Huh?
I don't hate Lucy, but, yeah, she's, I can see why you might not like her. See, and I was saying this earlier, it's like, I think Lucy and Priscilla are, should be a couple. So that rules out already a third of all the bachelorettes in the game. And then you have Beatrice, who should be with, Reinhard. So there's half the bachelorettes and one of the bachelors that are already off the table. And it's like, okay, here's my choices of who I date. And so, I'm not a big fan of Fuka. So it's like, yeah, Scarlet and Lumila. Those are my two. Yeah, and amazing, huh?
Yo.
Hey, Jillian! Why do you hate Lucy?
Uh-huh.
Huh? I lost. Aw, he's really down in the dumps. Yeah, Murakumo.
That was awesome. But next time, I'm gonna win for sure.
What a tough kid. Right? Toughness is pretty much the only thing he's got going for him. Only, come on.
Hey.
Oh, you didn't get to introduce yourself. I'll let him know about you later. You sure? Thank you. Anyway, keep up the hard work. Huh? Wait. What about our competition? Oops, almost forgot. Let's call it a draw. I won't go so easy on you next time. You do and you don't. We'll show it here shortly. Next time. Have I met everyone in town? Yes, I have. I'll report back to the field captain tomorrow. For now, I should call it a day. You get a room, and eventually a series of rooms, at the top of this building, which is the headquarters for Seed, which is kind of like the Rangers protecting town. Um, in the post game, once you've beaten the game for once, you unlock additional directives that allow you to buy a vacation house. I'll take a look at that and show you those here in a little bit. It's already getting late. Yeah, we've been running around all day with no time limits. And there's Riker, who, as I mentioned earlier, is a halfling. I love that the, like,
What could it be?
okay, like, if you're familiar with, like, D&D and all that, um, halflings are like what hobbits from, like, Lord of the Rings are, you know, the really short people. He looks nothing like that. Same thing with, like, the dwarves in this series look nothing like the dwarves, like Tolkien and D&D and typical fantasy dwarves. So you're like, wait, what? Um, I don't know that I would say Lucy's nosy, per se. What makes you think that she's nosy? Like, as in sticking her nose in everything. What was that? Am I seeing things? That was Riker. The field captain expected me to report back to her office once I finished my mission. Yep. There we go. I finally get time progressing. So here we go. Let me demonstrate for you here. The wardrobe, you can change clothes. You can't change your skin color or anything like that, but you can, these two are default with the game, and then these are because I have, like, special edition stuff, which are characters from previous games. So you have, Plorica, Forte, Margaret, Xiaopai, Amber, Dolce, and Pico from the last game. You can get your pajamas in this game. You just have to buy them. Once you well, let me come back here and I'll talk to show something I want to talk about here. So Eliza here is your directives box. You can change the game's difficulty. As you get further and further in the game, like we'll have a task to come in here and do directives, which will be like, oh, I want to unlock a festival for this thing, or I want to do this, upgrade, this. I want to upgrade this, etc. One of those directives, you have to upgrade the bakery, and once you've upgraded the bakery, then Granny Yuki will start selling clothes, and that's when you can buy PJs and stuff like that. There's also a series of advanced directives that don't unlock until you've beaten the game once. And once we unlock the directives in here, I'll show you what those are. But those are things like causing a hurricane to either come over the next day or push back one that's coming. Unlocking the post-game dungeon, etc. Eliza? No, Eliza's not a butler. Eliza's a box. Oh, sleep. Didn't get enough sleep again? Yeah, I was mentioning this before you came on. The phrasing, choosing the name sleep, is like, oh, you didn't get enough of me, huh? Nope. So many people asked me to help them out with so many things. Wow, that sounds rough. Not that you look too upset about it. I'm not. I like giving our neighbors a helping hand. It's fun. It makes me feel warm inside. But yeah, I don't think of Lucy as being nosy. Yes, in the first little bit, she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. We can't trust you. We're not sure we can trust you. You just showed up. We got to be sure you're not, like, a bad people. But she comes around, and then she's not sticking her nose in people's things. If you ever need help with anything, just let me know, okay? I'll be more than happy to... Sounds like more like I should be helping you. How about you just get some more sleep?
Time to tackle another day.
Lucy. Yep, with the Futaba voice. Aha, sleep.
Hey,
Have you seen Julian around? The little scamp's wandered off somewhere. Again.
honestly.
Seriously, where did he get to this time? I take my eyes off him for 2 seconds and poof, he's nowhere to be seen. Yikes, sounds like you're having a tough day, Lucy. Yeah, I'm used to it. The Julian's not the only one I worry about. Now I gotta keep an eye on you.
Huh?
What do you mean? Well, you've lost your memories, right? I know you're not a weirdo or anything, but girls gotta wonder. Can you really make a life for yourself in Redbirth? Like, at all? Are you gonna remember to eat your veggies and get enough sleep? Will you get along with your neighbors? Say hi to them and send the right greeting cards at the right times. There is no greeting card mechanic in this game. And most important of all, will you be nice to Priscilla? Will she want to be friends with you? Yes, we will. Yeah, you're regretting buying Harvestella? Yeah, now you know how I feel. Like, I get it. I built the channel off of Harvestella at first. Um, but Harvestella is not the best example of a game of this genre, like this genre hybrid. You know, I got, the getting in on it when it was first came out was helpful for the channel to grow. That's how we got our first 40 or 50 subscribers. But we've moved past it, and there are definitely better games, and this is one of them. I'm loving that we're going to have this. I'm looking forward to doing Rune Factory 3 Special in September when it comes out in the West. And I just love Rune Factory series, but three Special is going to be one where you can only be a male. Unfortunately, I don't think they're changing that to allow for a female version of Micah. So it is what it is. I'm serious. When someone's a buy one get 7 free special on the worry aisle, how am I supposed to turn my back on them? Yeah. I'm standing right here, you know. Oh, right. I was in the middle of something. I gotta go find Julian.
See you later.
Better run. See you asleep. If you need anything, just let me know. I do not have the Disney Magical Kingdom game for the Switch, or any of the Disney stuff for Switch. I would have to look into it, and like right now I can't afford to buy games. Like this one, I have had. What sound? Well, I guess that means she's concerned about me at least. And there's Cecil.
Let me know if you have any problems. Guess what?
Sleep, come on! Now's not the time to stand idly by. There's a mystery afoot, and a big one at that.
Huh?
Really? Yeah, according to my investigation, as we speak at this very moment. Yes? Nobody in this whole town has a single problem. Huh. On days like this, we usually have at least one request for an errand or missing item or something. But not today. Oh, there's a chihuahua outside my door. No one, not one person, has any trouble with anything at all. This isn't normal. It can't be. What in the world is going on here? Yeah, I don't like Cecil. I don't dislike him, but he's such an excitable character that it's just like, oh, come on, dude. The plot thickens. To someone like Cecil, the dearth of mysteries to solve is a mystery in and of itself.
Captain Livia.
Ma'am, you could have just added the ma'am. It's one more word for the line.
Yes.
I have introduced myself to everyone in town.
Yeah.
Good work.
Well,
Are you getting used to the small town life? Yeah, he has more than ADHD. Yes, everyone's so friendly. I have gotten so used to it already.
are you really?
You're an odd duck. I'm an earthmate.
Huh?
Huh? What?
No, never mind.
Oh, nothing. When it comes to relationships, everyone marches to the beat of their own drum.
Hey.
Speaking of which, Sleep, did you see the bulletin board by the silo's entrance? Yes, we are finally getting through. Yeah, today's just gonna be the tutorial day, it seems like. Members of the community go there to file requests. I need someone to review the posts and help out any citizens in need. Consider it done.
Yes.
Good answer!
Right.
For your next mission, you will complete a request from the bulletin board. Once you've resolved Priscilla's issue, report back to me.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna meet LJ. How's the field work going? Well, it's going great, no problems. You're more enthusiastic about this than I expected. By the way, do you know anything about harvest reports? Can't say I do. Then let me fill you in. Okay, more tutorial. Weather and other conditions will determine whether your harvest is bountiful or poor. So this is basically, well, I'll let her explain it. We can predict local conditions for up to a week at a time. So you should pay attention to them when you're about to harvest something. I can give you an even more detailed explanation if you'd like. Yes, tell me every last detail. Basically, she's saying that on certain weeks you're going to have good harvests or poor harvests for certain crops. That will, no, this isn't foreshadowing. This is just straight up telling you a mechanic of the game. Like, for example, like, you have a good turnip harvest week. So maybe you normally would only pull up, like, 1 or 2 turnips, and now you'll get 3 or 4. But if it's a bad week and you would get, like, 2 turnips, now you'll only get 1 that week. You'll get fewer of it or more of it, depending on if it's a good or bad week for it. So tell me every last detail. Then listen closely. Like I said, harvest reports tell you whether your harvest for a particular crop during this week or the next will be bountiful or poor. For example, if you harvest turnips during a bountiful week, then you'll end up with more than you usually would. But if you harvest them during a poor one, then I'll end up with fewer than usual, and you can never get less than 1. Exactly, hence why you always need to take the timing of your harvest into account. Watering your crops to prevent them from drying out is one way to ensure a good harvest. And you can speed up the growth process if you think outside of the box, such as by using fertilizer. But you don't have to go that far if you don't feel like it. It's all up to you. Yeah, the farming in these games is deep and complex. That's one of the things I'm going to do a guide on eventually. But if you ever want to check the harvest report, just ask me about it. I will. Thanks so much. Alright, now let's go do our quests. I love that there's just skills for everything in these games. You missed guidebook? What guidebook? Just guidebooks in general? Alright, let's water my crops. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh,
You're big and strong, okay? I hope it comes out okay. Skill up. You're big and strong, okay? Watering time.
oh.
Watering time.
But yeah, I basically got, like, these ones here got 2 free days of growth without me having to spend any rune points on anything. So this early period is absolutely important. Oh, and I need more water. I mean, guidebooks do still technically exist. Like, Prima Games, I think, still makes guides. I don't think they're physical guides anymore, hardly ever, but they do exist. Alright. Crops have been watered. Let's... Yes, I can. And I usually prefer the Japanese voices in this. First directive, talk to Eliza inside the silo. Set this request. To sleep. Once you've read this, head over to the silo and talk to Eliza. They should fill you in on how the request system works. Should? Let's see. Voices, no. System. Yes, I can change the voices over to Japanese. I have to go back out to the menu, though. I don't know that there isn't physical ones. I mean, you can probably still get a physical one. Let me take a look somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like they don't do physical games anymore. For the game guides, not that I'm seeing any. Aha, so you accepted the request that Livy posted. Yeah, I just figured I should give it a try. You just figured you'd give it a try? I do hope you decide to take this a little more seriously. Well, since Livy chose you for this task, I have no choice. So, I'll say you're qualified enough to use the directive system. What exactly is that, and how am I qualified enough to use it? The hint's in the name. This system lets you make rules that affect the whole town. You'll understand everything faster if you try it out yourself. Now, let's dish out some directives. So here's where we're getting into things like, oh, okay, I can upgrade the size of my bag or furniture. Expand my bag. Yes. Let's do it. Do. I made my bag bigger. Now I can carry around a lot more stuff. Not bad at all. Looks like you're getting the hang of this. Just as you did now, you can use seed points to make all sorts of new rules that will help the town grow. What are seed points? You saw them displayed in the upper right corner while making that directive just now. Yep, we're breaking the fourth wall here. It represents how much people trust you in numerical form. You'll earn more seed points by helping people out around town or taking care of unruly monsters. You can even earn them by shipping items or chatting to people every day. Depending on how well you do, you can also earn them during festivals. What are you saying that you, Harvestella did better? Festivals? No. Seed points aren't coins. There's something very different than coin. There's money and then there's seed points. That's in Rune Factory 4, they're princess points or prince points. You know, they're royalty points. Did I say you could interrupt me? No, I think not. In any case, let's try making a directive for a festival. But first, I'll set you up with some seed points as a little present. You received 1,000 seed points. Don't make me work any harder than I have to, okay? Alright, let's dish out some directives. I can organize a festival. Different ones are available depending on the season. Let's go with the cooking contest, because it's in, 3 days. Let's do it! Oh, backpack upgrades? I don't know that I agree with you on that. Your backpack in this game gets massive. There's a chihuahua outside my door, messing with my cat under the door. Alright, I used a directive to schedule the cooking contest. Now we wait for Spring 6 to arrive. Today's like Spring 3. You're doing pretty well, all things considered. But since you're still learning the ropes, I'll keep an eye on you for a little while. You won't be able to issue many directives at first, but you'll gain access to more over time. Try solving some big cases or talking to the townsfolk. You could even try acquiring some new furniture. So, I was just thinking. From what I can tell, making directives seems like a pretty serious responsibility. Yes and no. Portia does better. Like, hey, I'm gonna buy it better, but well, let me finish with this tutorial, and then we'll get into what the directive actually is, because this is really just kind of scratching the surface of what you can do with directives. From what I can tell, making directives seems like a pretty serious responsibility. Like, shouldn't the mayor or somebody important be in charge of this? Wait a minute, does that mean... Right, this used to be Livy's job. Her... job. Then why am I in charge now? There's no way I could take on such an important job. Oh, stop panicking so much. True, making directives does give you a lot of power. And depending on how you wield that power, you can make a lot of people happy or very unhappy. But directives aren't the be-all and end-all solution to every problem. And like I said, you're limited in what you can do at first. But still, No buts. Just listen to me. What happens next depends entirely on you. Only you can decide whether you want to wield this power. You don't have to issue directives if you don't want to. That's a perfectly reasonable option. Especially since dealing with all this is a pain in the butt for me too. I don't know that you have a butt, Eliza, but you can actually hear my voice, and Livy picked you out herself. So with you in charge, I think we can pull off some pretty amazing things. You certainly seem less than enthusiastic about this. Cheer up! I'll go ahead and tell Livy that you completed her request just fine. Alright, so we'll talk to Eliza again. What would you like to do today? I'd like to make a directive. So, there is a lot of stuff going on in this that you can do. You can do directives to unlock licenses for like forging, crafting, cooking, etc., the different types of cooking. You can do it to unlock different festivals. You can do upgrades to yourself, like your badge, your furniture. And as you can see, these also cost lumber and all that. And what these do is increases the capacity. So, like all of your storage bins are connected to each other, all of your fridges are connected to each other, and so on. So it's like with Portia, you're making individual chests. Yeah, I'll change the voiceover to Japan. I have to save and exit out first to do that. I can't do it from in the thing. You have to do it from the main menu. So, but like the wardrobe here, any kind of clothing items like accessories, hair items, etc., I can put in there. So that's not a big one. Your bag, yes, that's your carrying capacity, so on. Other, there'll be eventually directives here where you can get a fridge. You can get a lot of things in this game. You can get a fridge to store all your food in. You can get a tools thing that you can store all your various, like, your seeds, your various tools for farming, etc. in there. And so on. Yeah, the Harvest of voice acting was okay, whatever. Rune Factory 5 is not bad, but I do prefer the Japanese, yes. But going on about the directives, we don't have access to it yet here, but there'll be one here where I can upgrade other shops. So I can go, if you look up here in the top right corner, you have my gold coins by 658G, 107P, that's my seed points. And then beneath that, you have stone and lumber. And you'll use those, like points plus stones plus lumber and all that, to upgrade various shops around town. So kind of like how Portia is like, okay, you're going to do this quest chain to go create the museum, or this quest chain to upgrade the harbor area, and so on. Well, you can choose to do that at your directive in this game. And then there's also these extra directives that you can unlock after you've beaten the game. So going back to your, you can buy a home thing. Well, this is it right here. Needs a ton of money, a ton of gold, a ton of, like, 5,000 each of stone and lumber. And so, unlock the Rigbarth Maze. It's the post-game dungeon. Town events. You can disable or enable. You can change your gender. It just changes the appearance. That's all it changes. So, But yes, to change the voice acting, I have to go up here and save. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Let's see. We'll exit out and go back to the main menu. Yeah, it's supposed to be something that you don't unlock until your post game. You know, like I've beaten the game once, so I have that access available at all times. But yeah, it's absolutely expensive. It's supposed to be a work for it. Upgrading the various places in town takes money and stuff like that. But they get you benefits. The clothes are expensive, but trust me, making money in this game is not hard. We'll skip that. That's the post game. You'll have a different when you first get the game. You'll have a different opening video than that. It changes after you've beat the game. I think it is. There we go. Language settings. I can change the voiceover to Japanese. And my internet is still being funky. And that's Fuka, who we haven't met yet. Alright, we'll continue with our sleep data. And there we go, Japanese voices. I do prefer them, but it's nice having the English for what that was once in a while where they have the voice acting, so I can save my voice a little bit. Hold up, let's see where we're at volume-wise. Which are you specifically wanting me to turn up? Are you wanting all of the volume on it, or the music volume, or what? Because I had to, earlier, turn that down. And the question is, how well do you hear me still over this? Oh, I gotta turn that in. Longsword recipes. Got my skills here. The whole game is quiet for you? How about now? Because I can do, like, crank it like this. But I'm gonna guess that's too loud for compared to my voice. So let's do it down here about this. How's that? Because I'm sitting here with headphones on, so it's like, for me, it's loud hearing it through this, and it's like having to adjust here and messing around with the settings between the PC stuff for Portia and for the Switch for this also affects like what I have access to and messing with stuff. So all right, so we got that done. We'll go outside. This is usually the longest loading screen right here, is when you first load up and come outside. After this, at this one time, it's not usually that long to come out and about. These you probably won't have when you get the game. I bought mine as a special edition. Oh, good job. Glad that you and Eliza seem to be getting along. I hope you get lots of work done together. So we'll unlock that, and more turnip seeds. Use furniture. Customize your furniture as you please. Report back. Let's open the door. Just so we'll meet LJ and Fuka. Hey, it's Margaret. Hello, Margaret.
Yeah, Yeki.
Good morning. It's absolutely beautiful today. Let's make the most of this gorgeous weather. Ah, la la la. No, that won't work. Tra la la lee, fa la la lee. Guess that sounds much better. Yep, we still can't even like go dungeon diving with that over yet. Did I get the job? Yes and no. We are still in the hiring process. There were like more background checks, like fingerprinting and all that I had to do this week. They said if everything comes back clear and clean and clear, which they should have gotten back by Thursday, then I should be getting contacted here soon to start at the start of the next pay period, which means not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, I'll probably start. But I haven't gotten that call making it official yet, so we're still like in that kind of interim place, and unfortunately that's unusual with federal or any kind of government employment. So, hi Sleep, are you here for my request? Yep. This the locked door? Yes. Well, I won't be working directly with special needs adults. The job is basically a phone operator for a hospital. Like, people call, and if they don't know what their extension of who they're trying to get a hold of, then they'll get a hold of me. Like, they'll just put stereo and like speak to someone like, hey, how can I direct your call? Redirect them. If like there's something an emergency in the hospital, I'm the one who will be paging over the hospital. Like, hey, there's a code blue in the lab, because someone passed out or something like that. So that's what my job is going to be. It's not going to be like working directly with people with needs. But it will open up the opportunities for me to have access to education benefits and all that I can then continue going to school. I've already got a bachelor's degree in psychology and another one in women's gender sexuality studies. I wanted to be a sex and gender therapist working with like the LGBT community. So I can then go back to school, get my master's or maybe even a PhD in psychology, like clinical or counseling psychology or social work or something like that, and then get a job like that at the VA helping out veterans, So it's a foot in the door for just a stable job right now with benefits to get up to better stuff. It's not great work, but it is stable work. And it's full-time, it's not part-time. Yeah, it's alright. I don't think it pays as much up front as what I was making before with the real estate business. But again, it's a foot in the door to getting better. You're right, it won't open. Did you lose the key? No, but my big sister has the only copy. Alright, then we need to go find her. See, that's the thing. She's inside the restaurant, but she hasn't come out in days. Oh no, do you think something happened in there? No, she's just lazy. We have to do something. Darn it, no response. Priscilla, do I have your permission to break down the door? Huh? I mean, yes. Okay, I'm on it. Ouch, it won't budge. Yeah, Palmo makes him strong. Mostly because Murakumo sleepwalks. I think it's a sleepwalks or something like that. What's going on? Priscilla's sister is locked inside, but we can't get in. Step aside. Ugh, sturdier than it looks. Priscilla, is it okay for me to pulverize the door? Probably? Wait a moment. Riker? I swear, blacksmiths are all brawn and no brain. Guess when all you've got is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. I don't want to hear it from a halfling who's barely cut out for carpentry. Yeah, again, he looks nothing like the stereotypical fantasy halfling. He looks like a human. So I'm curious to see, he's the first halfling we've had in the entire series. What halflings are in the Rune Factor universe. Like, we have dwarves. Derek's a dwarf. But he's not tiny like a dwarf. Shut it, you'll eat those words eventually. And yes, I prefer the Japanese voice actors too. I see. Although I don't dislike all of them. I like Lucy's voice actress, or Erica Lindbeck. She does Futaba in the Persona 5 series. She's Spider Murphy in Cyberpunk 2077. You know, I was actually surprised that she was Lucy. I'm like, wait, that's not her usual typecasting? I see. He's lazy and sleepy all the time. But he's kind of a thief. He does shit at night. It's open! For someone like me, this lock is child's play. Impressive, you'd make a fine locksmith. Or a fine thief. A life of crime might actually suit you. Har har, go on, laugh it up. Someday I'll be Palmo's right-hand man, you'll see. But thanks everybody, I'll pay you back as soon as I... Don't mention it. He is a fan favorite. We were doing this for a reason, right? Get in there. How did he get it open? He picked the lock. We were doing this for a reason, right? Get in there. Let's go, Priscilla. I'm, right behind you. Else, Jay? Wow. Huh? Did I just hear something? Gao Gao. I don't know why they translated as bow, but whatever. Meet Fuka. Probably. But don't feel bad. Like, you're not the only one. His Riker is a fan favorite amongst the guys. You missed this earlier. This happened like right before you came on. There are characters like Terry and Misasaki who are like the characters that everyone's like, why can't I date them? Fuka! Gao Gao! Not what I expected. Fuka, where's my sister? Elshesu Wawa. Of course, I should have guessed. That is so typical of her. Hey, Priscilla, who on earth is this? Oh, that's right, you two haven't met. This is Fuka. She works part-time at our restaurant. She's a beast person like Murakumo, but yeah, I think she's some kind of canine. I don't know what exactly. For Miangao. She says she's happy to meet you. Likewise, or should I say, Rar? Oh, she understands you just fine. Oh, really? Aro, Undakara, Memren. She says she knows a lot of words. Incredible. I know, she's very determined to learn. You can actually, like, after the scene, you'll, like, learn her language. If you romance her, you can choose to say, I love you, or will you marry me, or something like that, in her language. So that's one of the fun things about Fuka, even if she's kind of one of those characters that's kind of divisive amongst the fan base. I don't have the issues with her that a lot of people do, but a lot of people, like, look at her just as they do at Cecil and be like, you're kind of youngish. I know, she's very determined to learn. She talks, but she speaks, here, we'll get through the scene, you'll see what I'm talking about. No, I mean, you're incredible, Priscilla. How can you understand what Fuka means? Oh, that's easy. I'm sure you'll pick it up as you get to know her better. Fuka's language is less heard than seen. Seen? This is getting complicated. Gaulam? Gaulameu Mionem? Could you repeat that, please? Gaulamunem? What your name? Nam? One more time. Gaulamunem? What's your name? Namewa? Yeah, what's your name? Amazing, I've never seen anyone catch on so quickly. Yeah, I'm an Earthmate. Or as you said, Earthmaid. Wow, these head animations are being funky today. It's strange, as I watched your hand gestures and facial expressions, the words just kind of formed in my mind. You understand, now you and I are friends. So she talks, but she speaks her own language. And, like, she'll have certain, like, she has some words in our language that she speaks every now and then. Like, she says sparkly a lot. And, like I said, if you romance her, you will, like, propose to her in her language. But yeah, she's kind of a controversial, divisive, whatever you want to say. What the heck is going on with their heads today? Their heads are not usually doing this in these animations. So, thank you. I'm Sleep. Thanks for being my friend, Fuka. And? See, she's learning some of our languages. That was human speech. Priscilla Gafaroshiam Rao Undatar Memrim. I've been learning lots of new words from Priscilla. And Fuka's been teaching me the language of weird animals in return. Is that so? I'd love to learn more from you sometime. Woof woof, you betcha. What's going on? LJ. The other lazy, sleepy person. LJ? Actually, she's saying big sis, but whatever. Morning, Priscilla. Oh, hi. Good morning, me. You were gone for days. I've been worried sick. Sorry about that. Walking home is just such a pain. I've had enough. I'm going to put up a reminder here, so make sure you read it every day. Okay. Jeez, what a pain. Yeah, LJ is also one of the characters that people like. Why can't we date her? Mostly because of two very prominent things, as you can see. You're Priscilla's sister, right? And you are? I'm Sleep, the new Sea Trainee. It's a pleasure to meet you. Why can't anyone use their indoor voice? Is that how you introduce yourself? Sleep is just being polite. Yeah, people want LJ to be a bachelorette. They also want, Misasagi. And they want Terry to be a bachelor. In case you couldn't tell, Priscilla's the younger sister. That's why I get the honor of running this dump. Speaking of, I'm due for another nap. Mind taking over for a week or two? I don't think I can do that. Sorry about her. Elsie gets cranky when she wakes up. I don't mind. I'm just glad she's okay. Elsie is actually a really good character if you want to break the economy in this game. She throws food at you when you're in combat and like low on health. So the trick is to find enemies that can't actually hurt you, take stuff that'll actually bring you down really low, and then just keep it like focused on her and dodge out of the way. And she'll throw some like end-game food items at you that you can sell for a lot of good stuff, like royal curry and the like. Which is the same thing that Chlorica did in Rune Factory 4. And just like Chlorica, you know, she sleeps a lot. Like Chlorica just fell asleep reading up. Yes and no. I cannot mod it on the Switch. If I were playing on PC, which I don't have the game on PC, I could mod it. I don't know that that can mod Bachelorettes in or anything like that, but you can do some kind of mods. In fact, let me take a look at that. Let's see. Rune Factory 5 Exodus. Let's see how many mods they have. Looks like 67 based on this. Although there's a bunch for Game Banana too. Let's see here. Yeah, there's sprite and texture, 3D texture edits. Yeah, here's one here. That's one of the newest ones. It's Free the Nips. No more nipple erasure rig bar. Adds nipples to the swimsuit sprites for the guys. There's one for removing all portraits. Ooh, better furniture placement mod. That is actually useful. Increased dash speed, craftable crop seeds. So yeah, there's absolutely mods. Let's see. Mod categories. Yeah, there's a total of 67 files on the Nexus. And if I go over to Game Banana for mods, they probably got pretty similar. Yeah, they got about 22. One skin and 21 other just miscellaneous things. So there's not a ton of modding for this one. Well, it's the nipple one is I can see why some people do it. It's not like, hey, we're showing off the nipples of the ladies. It's like just so the guys have little dots on their chests. You know, when they're in their swimsuits, basically. You know, for whatever reason, I don't know. There's gonna be weird mods for anything. I mean, you go digging deep enough into modding for any game, especially big games with lots of modding to them, like Skyrim and Fallout 4, and you're gonna find some very weird, dark stuff. But yeah, you can't mod for the Switch. I don't mind. I'm just glad she's okay. Thanks, Sleep. Here's a little thank you for taking care of my request. Oh, we got some of those. Stash. Alright. Now that that's done, let's go do some more requests. Yeah, Sims 4 has a ton of mods. That's one of the heavily modded ones, and you can find, like, all kinds of, you know, fetish mods for that too, and you know, there's some weird stuff out there. I mean, Skyrim alone, just even the mundane stuff is weird. Like, hey, we're gonna turn all the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine. Or, you know, the Macho Dragon mod, which turns him into Macho Man Randy Savage, and it's like voice their fire breaths is like voice lines of him like, "Oh yeah," and all his screaming and stuff like that from when he was a wrestler and so on. There's fetish mods for all those big like moddable games, and so on. Stardew has all kinds of mods as well, whether you want them or not. Yeah, so when you get into modding, it gets to weird places sometimes. Here we go. Customize your furniture as you please. Report back to the task board when you're finished. Use furniture. Okay. I will accept the request. Palmo asked me to give you this storage box as a housewarming present. You've received a storage box. Do you know what to do with furniture? Well, it doesn't really matter if you do or not, because I'm going to tell you anyway. Well, how helpful. Take this storage box. You can stick pretty much anything except for food and other perishables in it. You need a fridge for those. Place your furniture wherever you want. If you ever feel like redecorating, then inspect any piece of furniture and select Pick Up to move it. You can also destroy furniture that's getting in your way, but I wouldn't recommend doing that to anything of sentimental value. Basically, you can leave the storage box in your room. Try playing around with it later to see if what it can do. So what I was saying earlier is I could buy another one of these. We'll pick this up. And then that storage box, like I can connect this one to any other ones that I buy. Yeah, modding your games can be problematic. Oh, wrong one. There's what I was looking for. If there's a certain key that you can hold down for Switch, it's like the right trigger. Or R, not ZR. That lets you do those kind of thing, and so it can be like this. But yeah, there's like these spaces in between. You can't do that, and you can't have them too close. So like your cooking table ones, you gotta leave a gap in between, or there's ways to bust it. And I don't have access to this room just yet. But we've moved that. Boom. And what we can do is pick this up. Throw. Throw. Oh, I missed it. My throwing skill's not good enough yet. Oops, throw. Okay, now we got all those. What I want to do is the rest of these. We'll put those into storage later. Alright. Is there something in here I have two of? Yes. We'll take that one back. Is it gonna let me finish this just moving it? Yep, if you ever want to spruce up your place with more furniture, then head over to Studio Palmo. Yes, modding is a dark, dark hole that you can never get out of. Until you break your game, and then you, gotta start all over. Gather lumber. Chop up stumps and branches with an axe to collect lumber. Report back to the task board when you're finished. This is gonna be one of my tips when I do the guide on this. My tips guide is, don't buy tools. You get them all, with one exception. Which I'll talk about later. Sunny salutations, Sleep. Have you had the chance to use our humble little shop's services yet? No, I have not. We don't take cash for our products. You pay us in lumber and other materials instead. That's why I'd like you to have this. You've received a cheap axe. Cheapo. Use this axe to chop some of the branches in your field and turn them into lumber. Equip that, stash that. And now we can come over here. And chop, chop, chop. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. And eventually we'll just clear out our field here. And these ones have 9 hits. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you know what? Let me use this. Boom. And we've got that one done. Boom. Obviously, you'll need a place to store all your materials, so I shall bestow upon you a lumber stone box. You received a lumber stone box. You can use this to store both lumber and material stone. Once it's full, pay a visit to Studio Palmo. That's quite the sales pitch. Pick this up. Yeah, I'll buy multiples of these. And they'll stay connected too, so like, you'll see later on we actually have access to other farm spaces. Oh, there we go. We'll do this there. There we go. It's at an awkward angle, but whatever. It'll do the job. Costly my 21 lumber. Well, hopefully we'll get the stone one now. Oh, try shipping. Place a turnip in the shipping bin. It'll ship the next day at 8 AM. Report back to the task board when you've finished. Accept this request. I hear you've started doing farm work. That's no walk in the park. You sure you know what you're doing? I'm a bit worried about you, so I hope you don't mind if I give you a little test. Here's a turnip. See if you can ship it properly. You received a turnip. All you need to do is stick that turnip in your shipping bin. Easy, right? Yep. And then I gotta wait until 8 AM tomorrow. So... let's pick this up. Whatever this will pay. Pick this up. Reconnect it. Yeah, you see I can't get that too close to over here, so I can't be like right next to it. You gotta leave enough space, which with these ones aren't too bad, but like the cooking stuff absolutely can be a pain. Do, 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 do. And throw. So, yeah, your first few days, you're just gonna be like, nope, I'm gonna do this, 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 this. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? It's only 12:30. We're gonna advance the story a little bit. Because we want Misasagi back. So, let's... Let me introduce you to some tricks. Can we get you company? Nope. Nope, I guess not. Hello there, lovely day, isn't it? Weather like this makes the bread baking process go very smoothly. Folks often compliment our bread by saying it tastes like happiness. It's a very humbling experience. Nope, I was hoping I could get you. We haven't unlocked that ability yet. I guess we're gonna go try and go out of town. We want to save Misasagi before the festival on the 6th. So, what we'll do is... come out this way. Fight some orcs. short swords. I like short swords. There's like a hidden thing in the game where there's a percentage of what you get of your shield abilities. So, I don't know this. Basically, depending on what kind of weapon you have equipped, you either get all of your shield's benefits, only half of them, or none of them. And it varies from weapon to weapon, and the short sword is the only one where you get the full benefits of the shield. Most of them you get half, and then the dual blades and the fist weapons get you none. So if you want to be a tanky character who can just shrug off the hits of your enemies, short sword with shield is the way to go. Alright, I was hoping we could bring some with me, but okay, I guess not. Save those weeds. I apparently don't have access to over here yet. I guess I'm not doing that today. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I like short swords. They're my favorite weapon. Being a mage is a little harder at first, although it can be done well. One of the guides I want to do, and it's going to be a long freaking video on that, is when you upgrade a staff, which is your usual go-to weapon for the mage. Like, you can use magic with any weapons, but being like a dedicated mage with a staff, you need to have upgrades to them and so on to get benefits for like higher charged up abilities. Oh, short sword! I can now perform dash attacks. Yep. Perfect dash causes me to slow down. Let's see if we can demonstrate this here. I'm not very good at perfect dash. There you go. But yeah, like for mage, you want to have a staff. You can charge up and all that, so you need equipment for it and upgrades for it and so on. And so getting a good staff, takes a while. Just like getting good flowers. We got the seeds for these, but we don't actually buy them until Ludmilla joins the village, and that's like halfway through the main story. And I love Ludmilla. You could spell her name with L-E-W-D instead of L-U-D, and it'd be just as fitting. Becoming a mage is... How would I put this? It's not a matter of what you become, it's how you build your character. So, there are a bunch of different weapon types that you can choose from in the game. There's, you have short swords, long swords, spears, hammers and axes, which are basically the same thing. They use the same skill. Fist weapons and dual blades, and then there's stabs. Stabs use your magic attack stat. Like, they increase your magic attack stat. So they're good for increasing your spells, because you'll get spells throughout the course of the game. And anyone can use spells. Like, I can use sword and shield and then still cast spells, which are what the Y and X over here are, which I don't have any right now. But with the staff, you can charge it up. Once you've upgraded it certain levels, you can charge it up to have special attacks that don't use up rune points. And so you kind of have to be like, okay, I need to unlock the forging, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. And there's just a lot of things you need to unlock to do them. So it's not inherently hard to do it, it just takes a little while to get to there. What would you like to do today? I'd like to make a directive. I want a license. I want a... I want a cooking license, honestly, but we'll take the forging license.
頑張るぞ
I make the license in. What do you need for smithing? Materials and RP. Where can you forge items? At a forge. In the baths. Wherever you want. No. When you have a recipe for a weapon you already own, you need less RP to make it. Yep, I did it.
メイキング入ります
Do-do-do. I got my forging license. Now I can buy a forge from Studio Palmo. Well, look at you. Now you get out there and use those skills to make something great. Maybe I get the first... Let me check on this. Let me go check Palmo. Maybe I get my first cooking table for free from Palmo. If I remember right. I do recall him saying he gives me something free for that. And it might be a cooking table. Alright, Palmo!
今日も元気ですね
Sunny salutations, how are you this fine day, Sleep? I'm doing just great, Palmo. Say, could you tell me a little bit about your shop? Absolutely, it would be my pleasure, honor, and privilege. Yeah, his family are iconic characters throughout the whole thing. They all have that kind of roundish face, like that whole very roundish, melted troll doll look to them as adults. Especially the men. Like, younger ones, especially the young ladies, are attractive. Like, we see that in some of the earlier games. But you compare him to, like, Porcaline from 4. And yeah, they're just book. Excuse me. Studio Palmo is not only a purveyor of fine furniture and first-class cookware, but also your go-to destination when you want to expand any shop in Rigmarth. Hold on, does that mean we can go around remodeling other buildings on a whim, without even asking people for their permission? No, my dear, we're not talking about a remodel done here on a mere whim. We're talking about art. Somehow I don't think people are going to buy that explanation. As the architect who built most of Rigmarth's beautiful buildings, I don't think adding a tiny addition here or there would cause any problems at all. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that an unexpected renovation would leave the occupant jumping for joy, and he's right. They all thank you for it. I sure hope you're right about that. When someone's abode undergoes a major transformation, so does their heart. Expanding an establishment would bring nothing but positive changes to Rigmarth Sleep, I guarantee it. If ever you have a request that needs fulfilling, we here at Studio Palmo will make your dreams come true. Yeah, how about the free cooking table? Oh, we meet again. So we do. It's nice to see you, Palmo. By Jove, you remembered my name. I'm so flattered. Congratulations, all of our newly acquainted customers receive a free cooking table. There it is. You'll find your lovely gift waiting for you by the entrance to Studio Palmo, so don't forget to bring it back home. Yeah, these like raised platforms like this, like you can see it's like just a step up. You'll find a few of these throughout the game. These are where you can have your furniture delivered. And you can only have one item on them at all at a time. So like when we started the game, that's how you had where the dresser was located there. Eventually you get the ability to combine, like, connect all your cooking tables. So you have, like, the basic table and the blender and the, like, you have different cooking tables for different things like that. Like, one's the blender, one's the frying pan, and so on. Let's see, I want to place this as close to the wall as I can. That's as close to the wall as I can get it. Yeah. This is one of the complaints that people had. That's why there's a mod to make these better, so you can put them right up against the wall and right next to each other and so on. But yeah, eventually you get it, like, you can upgrade it so that you connect all of those together, and so you can go to the basic table and get your blender or your frying pan or whatever. And so that allows you to be like, okay, I'm going to put one cooking table here and one over here and one over by this thing and so on. Need to collect some stuff. Weeds. Don't sell your weeds. Weeds are very useful later on. I thought there were more things down here I could pick up. Maybe they're just this way. Yep, there's stuff over here. Medicinal herbs, antidote grass, etc. So, let's... 2, 3... 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, there's these little places throughout the town where you can find those kinds of things that'll respawn every day, and like the medicinal herbs and bluegrass, green grass, and so on. I want as many of those as of high level quality as I want, because we have a festival in a couple days. I don't know that we're going to win the cooking festival this time around, but it's always nice to try. And I think I lost you. Let me go run to the restroom real quick while I give you a chance to get back here. I think you're probably playing a game or something, or fell asleep. I am back, and apparently you are not. So, last I saw from you was asking about how you become a mage. So, hopefully I answered that enough for you, but we'll see when you come back, if you come back today. We're getting ready to finish up here in about 45 minutes to an hour anyways. Alright, let's see. You can also do that with the sticks if I didn't break those. Let's see. Level 2, level 1, level 2. Okay, I'm not worried about it instead. Because I'm going to use the level 6 one, that, the level 9 that, the level 9 that. Yeah, these are going to be the ones I'm going to use. The 9, 8, 7s. Alright, pick up the sticks. This was only 2. For additional lumber. Toss all our lumber in there. And we'll pick up material stones thing the next day. I'm guessing you're playing a game since you're still here. Probably Stardew Valley or something. Or Porsche on your Switch. Let's see. We'll take those. We'll take those. And in the meantime, we'll come over here to our storage shed. Storage box. And we'll go these. Fan fiction? Healing potions, recovery potions. We'll save those. We don't need those at all right now. 800 hit points. We don't have anywhere near that. I like throwing stuff. But yeah, you can see how long we've been going, and we're only on the 4th day. And admittedly, the first couple days were like time froze for us and all that, but it's only 6 p.m. since we started this day, and you can see like these days are so much longer than they were in Rune Factory 4. Like I think they were 21 minutes in Rune Factory 4, and they're like 42 minutes. In this one, they're basically twice as long. Oh, not weeds. I don't want weeds right now. Oh yeah, falling asleep. Well, I guess that earlier. It was like it's gaming, it's sleeping, or it's, you know, fan fiction. And guessing it was the me putting you to sleep. Because I'm just not that exciting. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's, to be honest, fair. I mean, that's a kind of a side effect of, you know, I do have PTSD and have had it since basically I was a kid. So that what's called flat affect is a symptom that you can sometimes see where it's like, yeah, I don't have a lot of like wide range of emotions. And so I tend to come off very calm and chill, at least until I'm not anymore, and then that's not a good thing. Because if I'm not, then I'm either super anxious or I'm super pissed off. Kind of, yeah. I'm not like bouncing, you know, I'm not Cecil level of excited. But yeah, I love this game. I enjoy it. This is one of my favorite games on the Switch. And I would be lying if I said otherwise. I love this series. This is one of my favorite series for especially the genre that we do here. Like, I love Persona series. I love the mainline Mega 10 series and its other spin-offs, like Devil Summoner and Devil Survivor as well. But, you know, if I want chill, I go to Rune Factory or Stardew. But yeah, Rune Factory is just such a fun, chill game. You know, I can find... It's like, okay, I need to go work on this. You'll find a project to do something with. Throw. What do we get? Nothing. Boo! Boo! Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's a thing that we, I was looking at the thing and not paying attention to my health and rune points. Finally awake, are we? Honestly now, you may be young, but you're not invincible, so you shouldn't behave so recklessly. Yeah, for this game, if you, overwork yourself and you use up too much rune points, it'll start taking off your health at 1/4 of your health at a time. So that was like, as I looked down to look at the chat, it was like, oh, there goes those 4 hits real fast. Whenever your HP hits 0, you collapse on the spot, and then someone has to bring you here. If you let that happen too often, then you'll have to pay a hefty fee for my services. Understood? Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Not that I'm completely opposed to the idea. It would give me more opportunities to experiment on you after all. I just felt a shiver run down my spine. In addition to your HP, you need to keep an eye on your RP, rune points, as well. After you run out of RP, you'll begin to lose HP instead. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Also, pulling an all-nighter will leave you feeling fatigued, which will cause you to lose RP faster. You may even catch a cold that gradually drains your RP. But you're still young, so you should feel right as rain after sleeping the day away in your bed. So make sure you take a bath, eat lots of good food, and get plenty of sleep every single day. Good health starts with good habits. Got it. I'll be more careful from now on. No, I won't. I'm gonna screw that up. That is the most common way I end up back in her clinic. Good, that's what I like to hear. Oh, and one more thing. You'll naturally recover RP by standing still, so remember to take a break every once in a while. You can also do that with this game, like if I go talk to Julian here. Oh, hey, it's you. And I just leave this here chatting. I'm regenerating RP in the background just from talking to him, even though I'm not like advancing it. So that's a good tip for you when you play this, especially early on, where you're like you don't have that much RP to go through. Now, late game, it takes like 18 minutes or something like that when you've built up so much RP, and it's just like, dude, just make something neat. You know, make some hot milk or something, and do that. Oh, hey, it's you. Hi there, I'm Sleep, and I just joined Seed. Your name's Julian, right? It's nice to meet you. Yeah, same here. He doesn't like you at first. He's kind of like, you know, just like Lucy, he's suspicious of you, but they both come around, and there's not a character in this game that I outright dislike, that I hate, but there's definitely degrees of liking them better than not. Hines is just kind of, dude, no. Partially because he's never there in his damn shop, and especially once you get Lucas there, he's like leaves the shop completely for like hours on end, so he's only in the shop like 1 or 2 hours at a time during the shop hours. But you need to speak to specifically him to get access to certain of the shop benefits. And it's just like, dude. Same thing with Murakumo, like he's a fun character, you love him, but it's like he spends so much time up taking a bath of his own during the day that it's just like, dude, I need to take a bath. So, you know, it's just like you were saying, you don't like Lucy, you think she's nosy, you think she's, you know, rude and all that. I don't see it quite that way. Like, I definitely see, like, at first she's like, I don't, you know, I'm not, you know, iffy about you, but she's actually, she's more competitive. Like, she's like, that's how she shows affection, kind of thing. And I like that about her. I mean, do I want a relationship with her? No. You know, if there was a newlywed mode in this game, like there is in Rune Factory 4 Special, maybe? But one of the reasons that they don't have it in this game, I think, is because they allowed for same-gender relationships. Because in Rune Factory 4, it's like you... Kind of like how I had to go out to the main menu to change the voice acting in this one. It'd be like the extra section was where your newlywed mode would be, and you would have like a side story with the person, but you don't get it until you access it until you've married them. So that's what it is. And it is super dry here today. Yeah, same here. Alright, listen up, Sleep. I'm not gonna let you one-up me forever. Yeah, Like I said, he and his sister are just competitive as heck. Wait, what? I'm gonna work super hard and get way stronger than you. Then I'll be the one rescuing Nina. Just you watch. Haha, sure. I guess this means he sees me as a rival. The fun thing is you can take him and Nina along with you into combat, like when you get them affection levels high enough or you get the right crest. And so it's like, yeah, you're just going to combat with like 5, 6-year-old kids. No problems. And there, you can see, boom, just that talking, my RP is restored to full. It was empty before we started it, and now it's full. So let's go back up and get the lumber, if it's still there. Because unfortunately it does disappear over time. It's like early video game kind of thing, where it's like, oh yeah, no, it's starts flickering and then disappears. Yay, they're still there. Alright. Three, yeah. Getting the most out of this RP today. But yeah, you can see it does not take much to go through our RP on this. Early on. Later on, you'll be like just chopping down stuff all day long. And... nope, we can't find hidden stuff yet. Toss in all lumber. 80. We have 80. And we need 5,000 for the vacation home. I have never bought it. That's one of our goals for this. We're gonna get the vacation home for this. Over this playthrough. Not today's stream, obviously, but we're gonna build up the money and the points and the lumber and the material stone and all that. And we're gonna get the vacation home because I've never seen it and I want to see it. Call it a day. And we're wide awake. And I'm gonna change my outfit. You know what? Let's change clothes. I like... we'll do Dolce's outfit for the rest of our stream. For like the next half hour or so. Assuming I haven't put you back to sleep again. Oh, I need to go downstairs, I guess, and talk to Olivia. Right. So you've completed your mission. The townspeople did all the work. I barely lifted a finger. That's so. Well, that's to be expected at first. Keep tackling the task board. That's how you'll improve. So I should take on lots of requests? Yes, let me put on my captain's hat and explain how they're categorized. Oh, here we go. Tutorial thing. Sometimes people come directly to us with requests, but most of the time you'll find them posted to the task board. Anyone in town who has a problem or request they'd like us to take care of, we'll post it there. You can only accept a limited number of requests per day, so choose whatever you think you can handle. You can see how much progress you've made on a request right here. It's not actually the limit per day in this game, it's limit to how many you can hold at one time to work through. If you decide you can't finish a request, then open up the camp menu and cancel it on the Ranger Notes page. Got it, but I'll do my best to see every request to completion. Good answer. I like your attitude. Just don't bite off more than you can chew, alright? We mostly receive requests related to finding lost items or making deliveries. Sometimes we even receive requests to deal with monsters that have run amok. That sounds kinda dangerous. Just a bit, yeah, but that's when Seed's supposed to step in. Monsters enter our world through gates. We saw this earlier. It is a tutorial day. Tutorial day all around. The equipment we use to fight them has been enchanted with a special spell called Tamataya. This spell sends any monsters we defeat right back to their own world. The Forest of Beginnings. So that's how it works. Yeah, we're not killing them. By the way, you should take this. You've received a beginner's crest. What's this? Open up the camp menu, go to your ranger notes, and look for the seed crests page. You can equip it there. It should protect you for the time being. Usually you earn crests by using your catch skill to capture wanted monsters, but I'll make an exception this time. We can discuss them in detail later. I think that should do for now. You can respond to whatever requests you please. Still, there's no need to push yourself too hard. Yep. Can I now advance stuff here? Let's see. No requests are available. Okay. We'll water our crops. Start with tomatoes. Tomatoes. What? All around goodness. Alright, we got a level 2 turnip seed. Yay. Alright. Can we now please go save Misasaki? Or do we have to not have her for this first festival? I hope to have her for this festival. I love Misasaki. Actually, let's go see if we can talk to Randolph. Or Margaret. Trying to get someone to our party, but as an option now. Sea crests. Ah. Hey, Hina. Oh, hi, Sleep. Hi, Hina. It's good to see you again. Yeah, do you feel better now? Nothing hurts? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle, aside from my memory. Oh, whew, I'm so glad. Margaret! Yes! Good morning, it's absolutely beautiful today. Let's both make the most of this gorgeous weather. La la la. No, that won't work. Yeah, we did this one already. Let's go on an adventure. Margaret, would you like to go on an adventure with me? Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. Maybe another time? Yeah, I gotta get you up. But... Oh, wow. I gained a lot of health from that vitality boost. Apparently. On the plus side, let's go find Randolph. They're not open yet. They don't open until 8, right? 9. Ugh. Screw it, we don't need him. Yeah, We got a lot of hit points now. 78 out of 300. Yeah, that Vigorous Crest doesn't do much for you later on, but it's really powerful early on. Are there no fights here? Did these guys not respond? Apparently they did not. And nope, it's still blocked. That's annoying. Yeah, we're not gonna have Misasagi for tomorrow. Dang, I was hoping to save her for today. Smacking the gate around. Smacking the fleecy around, who can't do any damage to us. And we haven't even got a shield yet. Let's do this. Back to Seed Headquarters. Turn down a request and I guess go back to doing more frickin' requests. Alright, you've got this down. I guess this means I don't have to worry about you after all. Here, have some more seeds to grow as a little reward. Spinach wilts pretty easily, so you make sure to give it plenty of water. Please check the nearby chest for some spinach seeds and potato seeds. Yes. We can go plant both of those. Gift someone a toy herb. From Hina. Cheap sickle. Hello, this is Hina. Sleep, I want you to make friends with more people. Please give this toy herb to someone to make them happy. You received a toy herb. When you want to give someone a present, hold the gift in your hands, then go up to them and press the A button. Yep, we are in tutorial mode all day long. And probably a little bit of next session with this. But, you know what, we'll go give it to Priscilla. Oh, thanks, that was thoughtful of you. Yep, totally thoughtful. Hina said to give it to someone, I gave it to someone nearby. Thanks for doing my request, Sleep. I'll give you a cheap sickle I found at home as a reward. Yes. My mom used to use it to cut grass. If you use it on crops, then you'll get seeds from them. Please become good friends with everyone in Rigworth. But you should make sure that you become best friends with me. Please check the nearby chest for a cheap sickle. Yes! The sickle is the best tool in this game, in my opinion. Alright, buy food from at the general store, switch between shelves to select different items. For more Torium seeds, and deliver an item, hold medicine to Fuko. We can't do that one, but we can buy food. Hello, dear. Have you gone shopping in town yet? We have all sorts of lovely shops here. Randolph and I run one as well, although we only sell bread. I just had a wonderful idea. Why don't you do some shopping at the general store? There's so much to see there. You should have fun just taking it all in. Take this and go buy yourself some rice there. Oh, now I gotta buy specifically rice. Whatever. Okay, sure. Your reward is 200G. If you're having trouble finding it on a particular shelf, then you can use the R button to search other shelves. Yeah, we'll go do that. Rice is good to have later on. Even if you can never freaking level it up, that's one thing I don't like. You can never get higher quality rice. So it's like, oh, okay, well, hey there, nice to see you, Sleep. Hi, Terry. So what do you sell here, if you don't mind me asking? We're a general store, so I'd like to say we got a little bit of everything, but to tell the truth, our selection is rather limited. We're mainly in the business of selling seeds, farming tools, and collectibles. We don't have much in stock right now, though. Hey, I see. Hey there, Sleep, was it? The name's Terry. I know we went through this already, but just for the sake of good matters, let me reiterate that it's nice to meet you. Same here, Terry. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to come see me. I just might be able to give you a hand. Really? How generous of you. Thanks. There's Randolph. Morning. Nice day out, huh? For gumshoes like me, this kind of weather's great for doing some light work. Welcome. I want to sell. Or to buy, definitely. Vegetables, other. We want rice. They want me to buy rice. Yeah, magnifying glass is the only tool you should ever buy. Maybe clippers. Maybe rush. I think these ones come later on, throughout this course of things. Oh, what? Nope, we're done. Come back again, we'll be waiting. Come talk to Randolph. Good morning. Aren't days like this lovely? Nice weather makes me want to enjoy some fresh bread outside. Seems I'm due for a picnic. I'll have to prepare something extra good to impress Yuki at the cooking contest tomorrow. Yep. Let's go on an adventure. Randolph, would you like to go on an adventure with me? Apologies, but I'm afraid I have to mind the bakery today. Liar! Apparently they just don't want me to access things, since he's supposed to be one of the freed ones. Oh well. My, it looks like you finished your little shopping trip. Every once in a while I get the urge to eat rice, but since we usually eat so much bread, I don't often have the chance. You can also use it to cook simple dishes, so it's useful to have some around. If you're interested in cooking, make sure you visit Palmo and buy a cooking table. Already did. Because tomorrow's thing is important. Gather material stone. There's we go. Hey, if you want to start smithing, then you need a strong body. Working with stone is the best way to get in shape. That's why you'll need this. You've received a hammer. Break up the rocks and boulders in your field with this hammer and you'll have plenty of stone in no time. And don't you worry if you run out of those. After enough time passes, you'll be sure to find more of them. Equip. Stash. Yes, we will. And again, we have the 9 and the 3. Doot. Three. 2, 3. Doot. Alright, let's do. Eat. Boink. Outlet. Gotta be careful with your hammers around your crops. because you can destroy, like, if I were to hit this, it undoes that. And if there were a crop there like these, it would destroy them. So, you know, good to know, kind of thing, you know. Alright. Finish the whole field. And do these ones. These ones. Oh, come on. Amizudayo. See, I just like the Japanese voice better for like this type of thing, but yeah, I hope it comes out okay over and over. Keep at it and you'll build up all the muscles you need, and you know what they say about muscles. No? They can solve any problem. Only if you count the brain as a muscle. Can they? You'll need a lumber stone box to store material stone. If you ever destroy it by accident, buy yourself a new one in Studio Palmo. When you're in dungeons, you can also use hammers to mine ore in order to collect metals and gems. You'll need those if you want to make yourself some good furniture, so keep an eye out for them. Please check the nearby chest for some stone. Grab those, put those down over here. Bam, bam, bam. Two, three. Toss in all lumber and material stone on hand. Any more requests we can access today? Try fishing. Hey, how's it going? I've been fishing up a storm lately. I might even become a master angler at this rate. Haha. It's master angler, not master baiter. But even though fishing is so much fun, I usually don't see many other people doing it. So here's a little something from me to you. You've received a cheap fishing pole. If you see any fish shadows in a river or ocean or whatever, equip that fishing pole and press the B button to cast your line. When a fish takes the bait, you'll see the lure disappear under the water. That's your cue to hit the B button and reel it in. Man, there's nothing more exciting than getting a big bite. I can't wait to see what you reel in. Equip, stash. Oh, I just... I got a Christian card. Hooray! Stash. We don't have a fridge yet, so we don't want to do too much fishing. Because, you know, we can only store fish in the fridge. Whoa, not bad at all. If you really take fishing seriously, then maybe one day I can call you my biggest rival. You already do, Lucy. You already do. Reward is 300G. Receive 300G. Alright. Now we're starting to unlock some more and more quests. Use a fertilizer bin. Place some grass in the fertilizer bin. Thanks a lot for doing all that farm work. I really appreciate how much effort you put into it. You must have felt pretty tired afterwards. Say, did you know that your soil can get so tired that no crops will grow in it? When that happens, use some fertilizer to return it to normal. All you need to do is throw any kind of grass into the fertilizer bin to make your soil healthy and happy, or happy and healthy. When you run out of fertilizer, avoid planting new crops so that the soil can take a break and slowly recover on its own. Never run out of fertilizer. Never allow yourself to. Pick it up. Go put this over this way. Right there. And that's where you put the beads. Nice job! Healthy soil needs a good diet of fertilizer, so make sure to add some every day. And don't forget to throw away any extra grass or beads into the fertilizer bin. Please check the nearby chest for some withered grass. Don't throw withered grass in there. Withered grass is important for making fertilizers and the like. Smash ore with a hammer to mine iron. For sparkly Rune kan nast bra mixta undertarta. I like sparkly things, but I haven't seen many of them around here lately. Adashim Matarabahmst Frauskuf Gawafna Satessa. I heard you can mine for minerals like iron if you have a hammer. I find it funny that even in like her writing she speaks in like her other language, which is more visible. Tessa shiny, Santara fire. Iron is shiny, so I want to see some. Sleep, Gaoro, Yatom, Skao Bounce. Sleep, do you know how to use a hammer? Yes, I do. Aurora, Kwangao, Scufflam, Tasa, Ranirao. If you do, please mine some ore for iron and show it to me. Ra Mixtaga, Doramba. You can find it in dungeons. Cool, cool. Do something about those monsters. Take care of the orcs. Gets less outfit. And Frey's outfit. A friend of mine was attacked by some orcs the other day. A whole horde of them, in fact. Think you could thin out their numbers a bit for me? If you take out 2 of them, that should do the trick. I'm counting on you. Defeat the orc. Those bullies! I've heard a lot of adventurers complaining about orcs attacking recently. If you reduce their numbers by 2 or so, they'd probably think twice about going after people. Think you can do that for me? Yes, I can. Harvest a potato from Lucy. Get radishes in the inventory, yay. So, are you growing any veggies? You better be, because I've got a challenge for you. Get out there and harvest some potatoes. Farming basically involves planting seeds, helping them grow, and then harvesting the crops when they're ready. Easy, right? That's why I want you to harvest some homegrown spuds. Think you can pull it off? Sure. But today, we're gonna go kill some orcs. One thing I do love about this game over like Stardew or similar games that you can always you can save at any time. You know, Stardew you can always save when you sleep. Same with I think it's Coral Island and similar to games like that. And I get it, that's part of the genre, but I like being able to save whenever. I mean, mind you have to go to the save point specifically, but still. Are there orcs up here? Nope, these are woolies. There's orcs over here, though. There we go. There's my 2 orcs defeated.
Yes.
Got a stick. On a stick. Which is good for the being able to save whenever, because we can save before the festival starts tomorrow. Like, because we're going to be finishing up here in about 10-15 minutes. If that long. So you took care of all those orcs, huh? Thanks for being such a big help. Maybe I've mentioned this before, but I know someone like you who went around putting monsters in their place when things got out of hand. Strange to think I'd run into this sort of person again. I'm glad that our paths crossed. Yeah, we don't know how many decades it's been between 4 and 5, so... I mean, he's definitely grown. He used to be so short. He looked like a kid. Here, I'd like you to have this. Received Les's outfit. Only the male protagonist can wear this outfit. And we got a frickin' wardrobe. We'll break it. Should I really break this? It's smash time.
Yes.
Got some material stone and some lumber. Looks like those monsters got what was coming to them. Thanks for your help. This reminds me of one time when someone I knew got rid of a bunch of orcs. You've brought back some fond memories. Take this in return. Received Frey's outfit. Only the female protagonist can wear this outfit. Which, let's put that on. Let's change clothes. To Frey's outfit. With the nipple chains. Break it. Yep, special time.
Yes.
Do 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 do. Alright, toss the lumber and stone. Alright, we have a request to go get iron in a dungeon. Can we get into a frickin' dungeon now? Probably not. Yatta! Hey, Hina. Tell me what you're making for the cooking contest tomorrow, or is that a secret? I don't know why. Yeah, she's got that bug where she sometimes says stuff twice. There's a dialogue bug. Ooh, there's a chest right there.
Yes.
Insect jaw and pike sashimi. Yay! Got some interesting stuff. But we still can't go into the frickin' forest, can we? So we're gonna have to wait for Hina to ask, aren't we? It's annoying. Usually you can go in early. Okay, let's go do this. Hey. Come up here. Let's see if we can buy a fridge. So we have a place to put our food. Oh, up there. on. It's just teleportation points. You actually want to go in here. Hey, Palmo, come here. Glorious greetings. The weather today is beautiful. Warmest of welcomes. Come in, come in. What can I do for you today? I'd like to see your furniture. Woohoo! You're about to be the proud owner of some fantabulous furniture. Where shall we deliver it? Send it to my house. I don't have enough compact stone for the compact fridge. How about the regular fridge? The shelf. Water bin, fertilizer bin. Nope, that is the compact fridge. Thought there was a different size fridge we could buy. I guess it's not unlocked yet. Oh, there it is. The elegant fridge. Yeah, that's 3 times the cost gold-wise, and sale amount of everything else. So, we're not getting a fridge today. Or anytime in the very near future. Because it's gonna take a lot of freaking stone. 150 stone. That's gonna take a few days. So I guess we're spending the rest of the day trying to get stone. I mean, I do know where all the special spots are around town to get wood and stone, so it's not a bad thing. And then we'll call it here shortly after that. Because it's been about 4 hours, even with our hiccup in the internet, and I need to go put food in the oven to start making my dinner. I've got some chicken marinating tonight. It's been marinating all day, so I need to put that in the oven and cook it. And that'll take about 45 minutes to an hour, so I guess we could play longer, but you know, I think it's a good spot to call it to a day. Autumn's falling asleep on me again, and she hasn't already passed out. Maggie never showed, unfortunately. So, we'll just keep, Oh! Wow, I got that really close. Wow, we cut that really close on the health on that. Alright, let's see if we can find some good, high-quality stuff around the town. We'll cook a dish for tomorrow's contest. And then next session of this game, because next week we'll do Portia again. We'll kind of go back and forth between the two for the next month or two. Until I've got, you know, stable pay and all that. Honestly, I'm going to be struggling until probably the end of June. Financially, like, I won't see my first paycheck till the end of May. And that's going to be going away to all my bills right away. So it'll be like, okay, mid-May, mid-June, late June. Be when I get caught up on everything. If I get hired on the 8th, as they were making it sound like I was going to be. Excellent. We're getting a lot of good colored grasses. Get some high level ones that we can use to level up. Get a really good quality turnip thing for tomorrow. Are there stones up here? Yes. Great ones, but they are stones. Hooray! We got some stuff taken care of. I know. I can't. I cannot express how much I love the Rune Factory series. I love the Persona series. I love Megaten. You know, there's a lot of great series that I love. I love the original The World Ends With You. Neo is okay. You know, it's not amazing. It's not earth-shattering great like the first one was. But it's not bad. I don't hate it. But, you know, it's like, yeah, I love the Rune Factory series. It's got that calm, chill music. Ooh, there we go. There's some iron. I forgot that there was iron down over here. And this is part of why we wander around the whole village. I can get all this kind of stuff without ever leaving town. Oh. I keep forgetting there's not a jump button. I want to jump up on some of these ledges here, but no. That is one thing I would institute in Rune Factory 6, is a jump button. If they're going to stick with the 3D style like this that they did with 5, institute a jump button. Tasha pralala, shiny, nee. Ah, iron, so pretty, so shiny. Matara myar gedbamst, pramixa myar shiny rem. And you can find even shinier stuff if you have a better hammer. Please check the nearby chest for an amethyst. Okay. Stash. Make friends. Raise everyone's friendship level to 1 or higher. Accept this request. My mom's been telling me that I need to get along better with everyone. She said that talking to people or giving them presents is a good way to do that. But I wish someone would practice along with doing it with me. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to do that all by yourself, you know? I also heard you can see how well you're getting along with someone by opening the camp menu and checking something called a friendship level. Yeah, that's one of those quests. There's a whole chain of these, like raise it over to 1, to 3, to 5, to so on. That there's a character who comes in like, she's like, oh yeah, no, you can't raise her to 3. She caps out at like 2 and 97%. And so she's like, nope, yep, you're stuck with where you're at. I can store material, lumber, and stone. Or, yeah, material, stone, and lumber, yeah. No, 150 though. Dang it. So, I wish you could use this. You get, actually, there's one of the, you can get something that looks just like this to put your tools in and your, like, seeds and all that. But this one is just here for decoration. It sucks. Anyways. Alright. We are going to make something simple. Oh, wait. We have... Oh, wrong button. This. Eat. Learn how to make onigiri. Make a cooking table for the culinary recipe. Learn how to make pickled turnip. That's what we need. Pickled turnip. Learn how to make bamboo rice. Didn't learn anything. Need more cooking experience, and need, honestly, more tables. You can't do much with this table early on. So we'll make a pickled turnip. Like Onigiri. We'll sell that. We'll make a bunch of these. We got a bunch of turnips, so... Whoops. Oh well, we still got skill up. Even if we made turret stuff. I forgot about that. I should have made one less. Because now we just have a bunch of filled dishes that aren't going to make us any money. Do, 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 do. Ship that. Ship that. Ship that. Ship that. Ship that. Yep. Yep. Ship one of those. Ship that. We'll ship the Claymore. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, we're gonna make 2 of these that we can ship just as is. Boom. Pickle turnip. We're gonna make 1, but now we're gonna do side. All right, so do 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 do. Should I make? Cook something simple. Pickled turnip. What we're gonna put in. One of those. One of those. One of those. One of those. And one of those. What level did we make? It's a level 6. I don't know if that's going to be good enough for us to win, but we'll try. In the meantime... Okay. Ship one of those. Alright, we're gonna go to call it a day in this. And we're gonna call it a day on the stream. We went a little longer than usual. But Autumn's already fallen asleep on me. Maggie never showed up. And I need to go get my food going, so we'll save here. Good spot. Start of the festival day. And I will catch you guys next time. And remember, for the rest of the week, or the next few weeks, we're going to be alternating between Portia and Rune Factory on what it is that week. So next week will be Rune Factory, or Portia again. And then eventually we'll get back, once I've gotten settled in with a new job and have my finances good enough that I'm not having to worry about, I gotta go run and do Instacart or something on a Saturday. Then yeah, I can absolutely come back to doing, 4-hour sessions each, do Portia on Saturdays, Rune Factory on Sundays or something like that. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, for those of you who are catching this after the fact, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys want to see out of this Rune Factory playthrough?